book number 22, and I'm running behind in my books, but I'm going to pull it off. I am a third of the way done at this point. Not today, but in video time, I am a third of the way done. So this time I read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. What a great book. This one I highly recommend to anybody and everybody. He is the publisher of Success Magazine, and it felt like all of the little nuggets out of his brain put in a book, which was really cool. This was another recommendation for me by a client. And the cool part was to realize how much of this I already live every day, but it definitely challenged me to do even more. So this one you get a few little reading spots. One thing, this paragraph, I was like, oh, okay, that is this book. In buying this book, you're basically paying me for my opinion, my guidance. This is page 37. This is where I'm going to become a hard ass and insist you track your behaviors for at least one whole week. This book isn't designed to entertain you. It is designed to help you get results. To get results, you have to take some action. So, not to entertain you. If you're going to read it, you really want to read this. And pay attention to it. Another little section I found interesting was on page 41, and he's talking about compound effect and how it actually works in a very visual way. So, how many people have a $4 a day coffee habit or a $5 a day for going to Starbucks? He talks about that and how if you go for a $4 a day coffee habit for 20 years, it's almost $52,000 that you are spending on coffee. How insane is that? I've worked with so many clients where we've looked at budgeting and numbers and what they're doing with their cash, and that was a crazy number even to me. And while I don't drink coffee, I do have a few habits that I'm like, oh, maybe need to cut them. And then he has this really cool formula, and I think I'm going to print it off and put this somewhere. But it has you, then it goes to your choice, your decision, plus your behavior and action, plus a habit, which is repeated action, plus compounded over time equals your goals. So it's that 1 degree, right? It's those little tiny decisions that we make on a regular basis that we don't realize are making such a big difference. So for me, it felt like it also gave me a lot of hope because I have all these behaviors that I've been doing in the background for a really long time that have been building me towards these massive goals and building me towards these things that I really want in my life. And when I read this book, I was like, okay, the compound effect of what I'm doing is going to happen because I'm putting in the time, I'm putting in the energy, I'm putting in those actions, and I'm putting in the behaviors to get there. That was really cool. And then I really hope my husband is watching this, but a cool gift idea for anybody watching this. That's when I shared an experience, sorry, page 27. That's when I shared an experience that literally changed my marriage. One Thanksgiving, I decided to keep a Thanksgiving journal for my wife. Every day for an entire year, I logged at least one thing I appreciated about her. The way she interacted with her friends, how she cared for our dogs, the fresh bed she prepared, a succulent meal she whipped up, or the beautiful way she styled her hair that day. Whatever. I looked for the things my wife was doing that touched me or revealed attributes, characteristics, or qualities that I appreciated. I wrote them all down secretly for the entire year, and by the end of that year, I'd filled an entire journal. Okay, seriously? Who's not melting at this point? Then I gave it to her the following Thanksgiving, and she cried, calling it the best gift she'd ever received, even better than the BMW I'd given her for her birthday. The funny thing was that the person most affected by this gift was me. All that journaling forced me to focus on my wife's positive aspects. I was consciously looking for all the things she was doing right. That heartfelt focus overwhelmed anything I might have otherwise complained about. I fell deeply in love with her all over again, maybe even more than ever, as I was seeing the subtleties in her nature and behavior instead of her more obvious qualities. And it goes on to talk about how it completely changed his entire marriage. So this book, not just about business, not just about jump-starting your income or changing that. Read this book for behaviors just in your daily life. I recommend this book to anybody. I think everyone needs to read this book because it's those little 1 degree changes. Everyone always thinks you have to have all your ducks in a row. No, you need one duck. You need one little duck and that's it. And that 1 degree change, right? Those little tiny 1 degree changes add up to make for a pretty impressive life down the road. So check out this book and let me know your thoughts on it. It also comes with all kinds of PDF worksheets and printouts. In the back of the book, there's an entire resource guide of stuff that you can print off that you can do as activities for yourself. So check it out. Let me know your thoughts.